make these vids. I've been playing this game since it came out, and I play with my brother. And my appetite for the game wasn't all that. I basically played just every time he played, which was on a Monday night. And as a result, we didn't really play very much of the game together, just for once a week. And because of that, because we've had such limited playtime, we kept to the same sort of 3 or 4 tracks. Or me anyway. My brother's had a lot more time in his hands to be able to play the game than me. So anyway, didn't really play the game much. Obviously it's a great game, I'm not denying that, but it wasn't something I was just itching to play every time I got home from work. So, as it's my birthday coming up, my brother very generously bought me a Logitech G29 steering wheel. And since having this, it's just completely changed my appetite for this game. Like, now I can't get off the bloody thing. So yeah, it was a progression from controller to, I had a T80 actually that I picked up for £5, and obviously that was a step up, but there was no force feedback with that wheel. Obviously I had the flappy paddles, which was great, and clearly a step up from the controller, but yeah, then since I've got this thing, I just can't get off this game. It just, you can feel everything. You can feel the wheels slipping, you can feel a 4-wheel drift, or if your back end's going out. I didn't have any of that information before because the wheel wasn't just feeding it back to me. So it's literally a huge game changer for me, if you'll pardon the pun. So yeah, basically I'm now absolutely in love with this game, and haven't played Red Dead in God knows how long, or World War Z for that matter. And as I started playing more and more offline with my brother, not playing with my brother every week, putting in the time myself, I decided to start learning some other tracks, because we've only been playing the same 3 or 4 tracks. So the idea is that essentially I'm gonna try a new track for the first time in these vids, and you're gonna get to see me crash a lot, because I attempted Suzuka earlier and could not get past the first corner, and it was hilarious. So I thought it might be entertaining for you to watch me crash a few times, but ultimately as I learn the track, you'll see me put in a better performance. That's essentially the idea anyway. So with that in mind, I'm gonna change track here. Now, for the purposes of consistency, I've decided to use the same car. There is another Formula 1 car which I've been using, which is faster. This one's just a little bit more nimble, a bit tighter. So I've sacrificed power for grip, and not change car. Change track, where are we? There we go. Right. So, obviously that's not going to be one, is it? That's just a NASCAR track. This one. Sunny weather. Fingers crossed. Agony. Right. So never driven this track before. Oops. Ah. Oh, I've overkicked it. The other problem that I've just noticed is that the camera in the corner of the screen is obscuring my my map, or partially obscuring it at least. Ah! Ooh! I must say that I'm not actually a fan of Formula One. I used to follow it as a child, but my interest waned since. But driving these puppies around is a hell of a lot of fun. Ooh. Well, so far not too bad, no wall slams. I was expecting more chaos, to be honest. Oh, and there it is. That first corner. And the second one. I never ever learn. This is it, warts and all. See how shit I am. And of course I don't know. There we are. Well, I'm doing worse the second time round. Then, not exactly progression that I'd promised you. Hopefully that's coming later. If I can memorise the circuits. But yeah, I'll tell you what, having a decent wheel just makes all the difference. All the difference. I can't actually understate how much of a difference it has made. My brother, every time we play, Paul will always stream his our game, and if any of you happen to have watched any of those, and I say that with, well, I don't even know why I say that. We literally maybe have 1 or 2 people watching his streams. We get a kick out of it. It's all shits and giggles. But if you have seen that, then you will have noted that there was a parity issue before, where Paul was giving me handicaps in terms of head starts and changing his, oh damn, pay attention to that, changing his power weight ratios to try and get some kind of even race going. But since this wheel came along, we are now on 100% parity, so the races have been equal. How am I still behind on lap 3? I braked too late again. Oh god. know this halo device above the cockpit is a lifesaver, but it is a little bit of a vision obstructor. But still, you can't be against anything that saves lives, I suppose. Oh. And there's my ghost up ahead. Which of course is ultimately begging the question, am I better than myself? We, you and I shall hopefully find out. Oh. Oh. Damn. Really got to slow down for that one. Oh, there he goes. Corner was much better. Start hugging those apexes. Sloppy gear change there. I'm catching up and I'm ahead. Oh, or am I? It appears so. Half a second. Oh, wide, too wide. Oh, what was I doing? That was a terrible gear decision. But still somehow 1.5 seconds ahead. I'm all over the place. This is shocking. Okay, improvements. 1.7. Still haven't managed to get round that corner without staying on the tarmac. And I'm totally off on this one. Oh yeah. Oh, it's put me back on. Yeah. Thanks very much. Saved everybody the indignity. Oh no. Way too low a gear there. Ouch, that's quite the difference. Almost 7 seconds. Slower. Oh, it's going to the engine rev up. There are 2 versions of this particular car in the game. One has a Honda engine and one has a Toyota engine. Paul owns both, I don't, and he says that the Toyota has the sweeter engine note. So of course that's the one I chose to buy once I'd saved enough credits. And it does sound gorgeous. Yeah, what a difference this wheel's made. I really can't believe it. Oh, what a twat. Okay. Oh, and off again. That's what you came for, right? Of course it is. Always revving the car to the left. Look at me, I'm a speck. Look how far behind I am. I'm gradually getting worse and worse. Oh no, I've never come off there before. Oh, jeez. Terrible. I was looking at the time there, and like a typical man, I can't multitask. Which begs the question, why am I even doing this thing? I digress. 1:53.569, that's my best time. That was lap 4. Oh look, I did it! I did it, that's alright! And, oh! I've made it around both corners for the first time. Slow, but as Paul says, you know, sometimes slow is actually fast. And I think he may well have proved himself correct in that particular example. Do you know, I'm peering around the halo like it's... Get out of my way. Oh look, I'm ahead! 2 point something... I couldn't see. Here we go. Come on. This is what I'm talking about. Progression. I'll wear those lead shoes. Actually, I'm playing in socks, which feels very nice because the pedals on this pedal set with the new wheel are made of metal. And also I should add that they feel much more like a genuine set of pedals that you would find on a real car. The brake sort of goes down 50% and then you get much more resistance after that, and you can actually stomp on them as you would a real set of brakes. Whereas the old car didn't. The old pedal set, sorry, only had 2 pedals, plastic of course, and it was just a flat, you know, push all the way and then a dead stop. So, you know, huge improvement on the pedals as well. And you know, you're talking oh, too slow. Talking a serious upgrade. This I'll come off there. Yeah, this pedal set's got 3 actually. It's got a clutch as well, even though it's got flappy pedals, which are made of metal, unlike the old plastic ones, and feel gorgeous, I might add. Nice, real sort of cushy, that's not really a word, but soft, but yet clicky and firm. Got a lovely feel to them. Just part of the reason why I can't get off this bloody game now. And here's the irony, folks, right, is that on the way home tonight in my commute, on my commute I should say, there was the worst traffic it's ever been on my commute home. That journey normally takes me, in the morning it will take me like 40-45 minutes. If I went at night, incidentally, it would only take me 20. But on the way home tonight, it was so bad that it took me 2 hours to get home. And it's one of my bugbears, traffic. I just absolutely detest traffic, although I love driving. And yeah, so I'm like, you know, sitting there stewing, effing and blinding, ranting on Facebook. And of course, all I want to do when I get back home is drive. After sitting in a 2-hour traffic jam. Glutton for punishment, I guess. Oh, come off again. So 151.677. Oh, I'm too fast. Way too fast now at the corner. Must brake earlier. Put down to the floor. 70 miles an hour, but no more. Here we go. 180, 180. Braking down to 2. Listen to that engine shift. Rev-tastic. Not quite sure why this steering wheel says Cosworth on it if it's a Toyota engine. Maybe somebody knows the answer to that question. If they do, let me know in the comments. That'd be top. Cheers. Because I'm too lazy to Google it myself. I'm still looking around that halo. Can you get away? Oh, Pete. Oh dear. We'll get there. You and I will get there. With your encouragement. Stomp, stomp, slow, shift down. Still stayed on the tarmac. Better there, hugging the apex. Should have gone through there better. Oh. Well, I don't really know if I'm doing a good time for this circuit compared to anyone else. I don't ever race online with this game apart from playing with Paul. Certainly don't race other people. So although I've had this game since release, I'm only really just starting to explore it. But these F1 cars, you're really spoiled because the grip is just phenomenal. And then you get into, you know, something ordinary, and then, I mean, even a Ferrari, I'll be honest, and they're lovely, don't get me wrong, but you're not sliding. I guess maybe that's just me trying to drive it as a Formula 1 car, possibly. It probably is that, actually, now I think about it. But yeah, these F1 cars are great. And that Mercedes, oh Christ, oh again. That other Mercedes is lovely as well, and it's much, you know, it's beefier, feels much wider on the road, and is obviously faster. But this, as I said earlier, it's got more of a nimble, tighter chassis to it. It tends to go just where you point it, unless of course you stomp it into a wall like a twat. Oh. must do that corner as much. Oh dear. Every time. So 151. Can I get a 150 or a sub 150 time? That's gonna be my target here. Started out on a 203. That was the worst. Worst. Why am I singing that? Anyone who knows me knows I will just randomly break into song at any particular time anyway. That's just me. Right. Okay, looks like I'm ahead. Much better. Hugging that apex. Maybe could have been in a lower gear then to get some higher res, but that's all good. But I'm ahead. Alright. Oh damn. I want to throw that lead away. Stomp! Stomp on the gas! That corner just will not stick in my mind. It just does not stick in my mind. I need to take that smoother, but still ahead. Fractionally. 0.02 of a second. Small steps. Oh. Yes! 149. Oh, 2 wheels on the grass there. Late braking, stomp, hugging the apex. I'm still ahead. The mystery corner, which will never be remembered, stumps me again. Half a second though, I was 0.02 of a second faster at that point last time, so definite improvement. Oh, I was totally off there. Oh, just about kept it on the track. Sloughy. Still ahead. And into the wall. Excellent. Oh, I'm back on the track. Right, so that was an improvement though, right? 148.622, okay. So even with that clusterfuck of an ending, that's still still something good to be taken from that. So okay. So let's see if I can get this to 147 now. I'm going to go for 1 second increments. Obviously I won't achieve a whole second, I should imagine, because a second is long in motor racing. I would hope, you know, a few hundredths at a time. Possibly, maybe remembering that corner would help, for example. I don't know. We shall see. Well, I'm slower, so... Oh yeah, that was the hideous accident. Got all the way to the floor. Hissing that apex. And still off. My foot was completely off the accelerator then, and still I managed to come off. I guess braking could have possibly helped. Maybe I'll try that technique next time around. Okay, come on, let's get that 147, come on. Oh, I'm in the wall again! See, I will make these mistakes, even though I should know better. Even though I've gone round it many times without hitting it, I will still smash into these things. Stomp, and I'm wide. And this is a prime example of my lack of consistency. You know, one time I'll put in maybe a good lap, and then there are laps like this where it just all goes to shit. That was nice. Screaming that engine. Fucked up my gear in there. And the gear in there. There I am. Oh, I've done it again. Nice and tight to the apex there. I do love these paddle shifts. Although I still think I prefer a stick, a manual, given the choice. I like to clutch and brake. Guilty, sue me. There is a, although there is the paddle shift on this wheel, there is also a 6-speed stick shifter you can buy for this wheel as an accessory. The previous wheel, actually, the G27, actually came bundled with a shifter. This model, this G29, doesn't. But I was on Amazon the other day looking at them, and it said they were £25 each, and I thought, oh, 25 quid. Might as well get one, even though I would be slower with a shifter than I would with the paddle gearbox, because obviously no human can clutch as quickly as an automatic box, especially not as fast as these dual clutch modern ones. Just ridiculous speeds. Obviously I wouldn't use it when I go, but if I was gonna just, you know, turn the HUDs off and just take a car out for a leisurely drive, I think it'd be a nice addition to the wheel. So if I see one cheap enough, maybe I'll get one at some point. But yeah, as I say, I was looking on Amazon the other day, and it was like half price, and I'm like, well, I've got to get one. So I go to order it after I get paid, and I discover that there's a minimum quantity of 2. So really it's 50 quid. Who needs 2 of them? I've only got one wheel. What's the fucking logic in that? And I also think that's a little bit deceptive to say that, because it's clearly not. If you have to buy 2, is it? Well, that's my rant out of the way. Still haven't beaten 148. Oh look, that's 148 there. Shows how hideously slow I've been on this lap. Okay, come on. Oh, kissing the apex, that was good. Too fast, too much acceleration. Oh, there we go. Stayed on the tarmac that time. That was much better. Too fast. Oh, the forgotten corner. It's a mystery. Somebody call Scooby-Doo. Nice little brrr rumble. Oh, and I'm ahead, look at that. It's not a lot. Nice late braking. I love it. Downshifting engine rev. Like a machine gun. Still ahead. Tight to the apex. Off the accelerator. Yes, yes, that was good. Much better. He's learning. And there it is, the 147. That was a whole 1.2 seconds faster. Oh, shh. Oh, I've come off. After my jubilant celebration, I've made a right to myself. Come on. Still ahead. Somehow. No idea. Oh, that spoke too soon. Clearly. that was terrible. Late braking. Overrev the engine. Kiss the apex. Don't put too much power down. That's when you screw up. Falling to pieces. And I've gone off the track. Have I learned anything? So, quick glance at the times. 1:47 is my current best. Yeah, my current best 1:47, and then I started. I think it was 2:03, or was the at least the last time I remember looking at. That was the longest lap. So we've had 6 seconds improvement. Of course, now I want to get below 1:47. That's terrible. .145 would be nice. If I could shave a couple of seconds off, I'd be happy with that. Okay, braking, kissing the apex, much better. Braking, oh, still on the track, slow but still on there. Braking, shifting down. Should get a time check soon. And I'm ahead. 1 second. Forgotten corner, much better. Kiss those apexes. 1.5. Come on. All the way down. That was good, if I do say so myself. Oh, that wasn't. However, hang on. Oh, look at that, 143! Exceeded my own target by 2 seconds. Maybe I can get that 140. The dream. Could it be real? Oh, why am I in first? I don't know what's going on right now. Love smashing that engine to the limit. Love it. Revving the absolute shit out of it. Revving its nuts off. Well, I'm ahead. 200th of a second. Bit wide there. Took my foot off the accelerator, really should have had it on all the way. Still by 200th of a second, I'm up. Oh, I'm wide and I'm off! Shit. Can do better, said the teacher. Oh, wide. Terrible. Well, on the bright side, overall, 10 seconds of improvement since I started the track. So, every cloud. Always look on the bright side, etc. Some other tripe bullshit. Other tired cliche that people trot out. And I'm obviously one of them. Oh, 3. Woo, woo, woo! I love it. Tyre squeal. Is there anything cooler than that sound? Is there anything else that screams 70s cop show quite like a tyre squeal? I think not. What am I doing? Stay on the tarmac, Pete. Told you. How many times? Oh, that was a bit naughty, was it? Or can I kiss that apex? Yeah, fuck it, I can. Why not? I'm doing it. Next time I'm doing it, stomp on the brakes, going wide, second gear, apex kissed, lovely, down into first, it says first in the recommended, always go by the recommended, always the same, stomp, stomp, wide, that was slow. Well, this is not going to be a 1:43 beating lap, that's for sure. I think we've all worked that one out by now. I really must get that corner sorted at some point. I mean, it's only lap 24 for fuck's sake. You'd think I'd learn by now. So you can get away with about 100 miles an hour around that corner, and that one. All change. I swear I hit that paddle. Oh, come on. That was too wide. Okay, this time. Late braking, down to 2. Oh, that was the wrong gear. But I'm still on tarmac. Kissing the apex, that's better. Much better. Still behind. Not good, but that is better. I believe I'm ahead. Oh, not by much. And looking at the clock has in fact probably just thrown away that very lead. Some hill still ahead. No, I've spoken too soon. Ghost, you mugged me. However, on the plus side, the apex was much, much nicer. Forgotten Corner just got, I think, the respect it deserved for the first time in 25 laps. But the whole thing shakes then. God, I love this wheel. Cheers, bro! I was playing this with the sensitivity at 10 and the feedback, force feedback set to 1, and the reason for that was to get a smoother... Oh, look at that, what the fuck was that? The reason I had it on 1, the lowest setting, was to get a smoother feel on the wheel, and to, you know, so it wasn't so kind of jerky and unrealistic. But I've notched it up to 2. I've still been playing with the settings. I went to 3 and that kind of clunky feel came back. I want a smooth experience, but also don't want it to be too light under my hands. So for me right now, I'm at 2 and 10. That's my setting on this particular wheel. And yeah, it feels nice. Not too heavy, but solid underhand, much like my own car. You feel connected to the road. It still boggles my mind how these programmers can work out how to get the wheel to move in those ways that tell me what the car is doing. How they replicate that from a real car. How do they express that? That just completely blows my mind. I think that's incredible. You think how far we've come, really. I mean, I'm 41 coming up, and so I've grown up with the sort of birth of video games. We had I think the first console we had was the Atari 2600, and you know, we come obviously then into the arcades. There was Sega's Outrun, which at the time Paul well, I hope he'll forgive me for saying this, but remembers, you know, playing that for the first time and then saying, God, it's just like real life, you know. Of course it wasn't. It was like 8-bit, maybe 16-bit graphics. But, you know, now look how far we've come. I mean, this is incredible. It looks gorgeous, and I've only got a standard PS4. So I imagine it's much more enhanced on the Pro, on a 4K screen. But even on this 1080p standard console, I think it looks very pretty. And you really need, this is what I've ultimately learned, is that you really need a decent wheel to get the most out of this game. And I think that's evidenced by the fact that I'm now on this for most nights. Like the old wheel, I would, after I played with my bro, I would pack the wheel and the pedals down. Now this setup's a little bit more involved. Obviously there's power to to drive the oh, for crying out loud, and the cone as well. Let's leave that there. We'll leave that there for the next time I come round. Yeah, there's obviously power to drive the motors that are given the force feedback, which the old wheel lacked. So because it takes a little while longer to set up, I've just been, I'll just leave it and not pack it away. And so of course, because it's in front of my face when I sit in my chair, in my little man cave, I just end up playing it. But it feels great anyway. Six seconds slower. Crying out loud. Really need to focus on the track more. Oh, definitely should have changed gear long before then. Revving the arse out of it, yay! Oh dear, why did I go down to second gear? Why am I off the track? Well, there's the 143. Okay. How's this going to turn out? Late braking, wrong gear. Can't turn the wheel anymore. Off the track again. I need to pay attention to how fast I'm going around that corner so I can work out whether I need to speed up or slow down, because that corner is turd. I'm really doing a poor job at that one. Ooh. Much nicer. Ah, was I supposed to be in second? Oh yeah. Oh, 50 mile an hour around there's too fast. Look at that cone. There's the cone. I forgot about the cone. I missed the cone. Oh, come on, Pedro. And there I go. In a battle with myself. Oh, I'm in first gear and I'm wide. What am I doing? Well, I know I like revving the crap out of engines, but that's taking it to the limit, I think. Forgotten corner. Oh. I have a pang of regret every time I go past that corner. I must pay attention. It's like a neglected child. I'd probably have it taken away by now. Social services definitely would have been involved, that's for sure. Oh, Scheiße. That was nice. Nice. Revving the shit out of it. Come on! Can I get a 140? That is the question. Oh, I held it together. That's the tightest I've ever gone around that apex. There's the cone again. Not bad, bit slow. Probably could have done that in second gear rather than first, but hindsight's always 20/20, as they say. I'm ahead. Look at my arm ahead. Wow. Did not expect that. And my best time appears to have disappeared off the board for some reason. 143 something and I'm completely off. Oh dear. Somehow I managed to regain it. Just looking away from the screen for just a split second will cost you dearly in this game. I guess because, you know, you're travelling more than likely well over 100 miles an hour, which you don't typically do in your own car. Late gear change there. Right, come on, this is it. Come on. Second gear. Kiss the apex. Slow. Hug, hug, hug the apex. Power out. Oh, that was nice. That was even nicer. Suddenly feel like I've got my shit together. And my feeling was correct. Come on. Too wide. Still ahead. Mystery corner. Again. So hesitant. Every time I go through there, I'm hesitant. Why? I have no idea. Still ahead though. Almost a whole second. 0.8. Slow, slow. This has been a good apex hugging lap, if I do say so myself. Too much, you might argue. That was textbook. Oh, that's 1.1! Yes! Gone through there faster before. Don't have to go that far left in that corner. Oh, this looks good. Oh, it's not 140, but it looks quicker than a 143. Yes, just 142. It's a new PB. Will someone do something about that fucking cone, honestly. Oh, slower, catching up. Feeling like I'm ahead. Mystery corner, you've betrayed me. Oh shit. Just when you feel like you're getting somewhere, you know. Only just got one below 1.0 sorry, 1.43. It's not a massive improvement. What am I doing? Looking at the times, thinking about times, not thinking about driving the car. Oh dear. Oh. Just throwing it away. Lap 34. Way too fast. What a surprise. I cocked that corner up. Well, I'm not gonna bore you guys forever with this, so I will impose a limit of 40 laps to achieve my 140 time, and if I don't achieve it, then I will bid you all farewell. Hopefully back for another lap in the same car. Am I coming off? No. So 5 laps. 5 laps left, that's all I've got. To achieve my self-imposed goal. No respect for that corner, none whatsoever. Just a middle finger. Every time I drive round, it's just a fucking middle finger. That's all it is. Well, it's clear this lap is not going to give me the result I desire. Stomping on those brakes. If this were real life, they would be red hot, guaranteed. Or maybe not. Maybe they use carbon fibre. You know, as I said earlier, I don't actually follow Formula 1 anymore. Paul will definitely be best placed to answer that question. Stomp on those anchors. Come on. Oh, what am I doing in second? Oh, that corner again. I really want to learn to get that properly right, before. Just, you know, maybe once in the 40 laps, can I just get it right once? Next time. It's always next time, right? It's never next time, clearly. Look at the facts. There's video evidence to prove it. Lovely apex kiss. Oh, actually catching up a little bit. Too late for that gear change. Probably needs to be in third there. And go a bit wider. Second. Apex. Textbook. Squeal tyres, squeal! I'd like to apologise in advance. Well, actually it's probably a bit late now, thinking about it. But I would like to apologise for the wonky camera angle. The camera is simply resting on the top of my TV because I don't have a mount or a clip for it. I probably should invest in one at some point. I don't think they're very expensive. But that was the only way I could get the thing to balance, so I'll just have to deal with half of my face. Some would probably say it's an improvement. Down the gear too much, too fast. Shit, that was terrible. Right, come on, this is lap 38. Am I going to do this? It's not looking likely. I'll be frank. I think you know that too. The hell. I don't know, maybe these are a good time. This is a good time for that track. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, what am I doing? I completely lost it for a second. My hand came off of the... My left hand came off the wheel and I couldn't shift down. It all went to pot. Oh man. You know. I've got 2 laps left in the game now. I need to pull a rabbit out of my arsehole, or this is not going to happen. Sloppy gearing like that is not going to help me either, I should add. However, I've kept it on the tarmac. So it could always be worse. Going wide, second gear into third. Far over as I can be. Good enough. This one, I think I was ambitious with my target, I'll be frank. What am I doing in first? I think that was ambitious. I think because I went from whatever it was to 143 and I wanted to go to 145, I smashed my own target. I think I got ahead of myself. I got overzealous. Got to learn to crawl before you learn to walk, as they say. So Lap 39. Oh, look, look. What's happening here? Mystery corner. Not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. Oh, that was definitely not great. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just pissed away that lead. Good work. Smooth move, X-Lax. Well, I can't speak for you, but oh, this has been fun. I've enjoyed myself. And I guess I've kind of learned a new track, so in a good way, you know, this is a good way for me to actually learn newer tracks and not be such a noob when it comes to trying a different one on my regular race night. Stomping on those anchors. This is it, the final lap, and I'm behind. And mystery corner. Oh, that was okay. I kind of feel like that was actually the best corner. The whole entire race with myself. Change gear, Pete. And that's the best so far. I'll stand by that. The last one was the best. It's almost poetic in a way. And no, I won't break into you guys and save the best for last. I'm ahead. Braking, kissing the apex. Come on, change gear. Nice. Kiss down. Oh, I'm off. I'm off, but I'm ahead. Even if it's not going to be the 140 I wanted. Oh, it'll still be more than what I did. Oh, look at that! Whew, by a hair's breadth. Well, and there you go. 142.846. It's not 140, but I'll take it. I ended on a higher note now, I think. And that's it, I guess. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.